Beaches, bike parks, hiking trails, and tennis courts, just some of the places open this weekend. And while we're eager for that freedom, polls show more than 50% of us are anxious about sharing public spaces.
Social distancing, face masks, and hand sanitizers are essential. Plus, our next guest says we might want to shape up our chi for outdoor activities. Joining us live with 4 ancient recommendations of traditional Chinese medicine is John G. McGarvey, CEO and co-founder of Dow Labs based in Minneapolis. Good morning to you.
Well, good morning to you guys. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. So describe for everybody, maybe we don't know, what is chi and why is getting more of it essential?
Well, getting more of the right chi is essential, and we'll talk about the different types of it here in a second. But chi is essentially your flow. It's the energy that's moving throughout our body right now, and it's the energy sort of at the bedrock and life force of all of Chinese medicine. What we don't want to have happen is have the chi get stagnated or slow down or get stuck. And so some of the things that we'll talk about now are meant to make sure that your chi is moving seamlessly, pardon me. We want to keep it in flow. And in so doing, what we're going to do is increase our immunity, which I think is on everybody's minds right now.
Absolutely. Let's get right to it. The first recommendation about strengthening our upright chi. Tell us about a simple acupressure that we can do throughout the day.
Absolutely, and this is a very, very simple one. And acupressure is much like acupuncture, and with the one exception of you're going to do it yourself and you're not going to put needles into your body. Let's take our 4 fingers on one of our hands, place it just below the tibia, and move it to the left or to the right, depending on which leg you're using. You'll find a kind of a soft spot right there. We call that point S36, that's stomach 36. And at the heart of this, you guys, it's all about digestion. And what we're trying to do is lightly apply pressure to that area of our leg, and you'll feel it. It's a little tender. And it's a very central point in all of Chinese medicine. What we're essentially doing is strengthening our spleen chi, which in turn is going to strengthen our digestion, with the intended outcome of having you have better immunity in the process. So it's something that you can easily do throughout the day. Just try it right now if you want. And as you're kind of going through life in the car at a stoplight, something like that, just press on it every now and then.
I do feel it.
Yeah.
It's
really
tender. You'll feel it.
Yeah, it is tender. So the second recommendation addresses so-called evil chi. Why should we always cover the back of our necks, especially in the wind and cold?
Absolutely, and you're going to have a little bit of wind, it sounds like, this weekend, or if you're getting close to the beach. What we're essentially trying to do is cover the vulnerable areas of the body, okay? And so the neck is kind of always open, and as we're going through life, you're going to get hit with wind periodically. So what we recommend doing is just kind of cover it up, and in so doing, you're going to prevent the evil chi, as we call it, which is kind of the bad stuff from getting in. And as you're putting your mask on, as you're putting your hand sanitizer on, just cover that area of the body, and it's going to prevent the bad stuff from getting in.
Now, I always get a little nervous about herbs and their uses, but you say there is a powerful combination of immunity boosters that's used around the world. There are 3 herbs called Jade Windscreen. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Jade Windscreen is a 750-year-old formula that's been used by acupuncturists, doctors of Chinese medicine, people around the world for about 750 years, as I say. It's got astragalus, it's got atractylodes, it's got a herb called feng feng. We at Dow Labs have a formula called immunity support, which comes in these little red packets. So I'll put in a quick plug there. But in all sincerity, it's a very, very powerful formula. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to strengthen our exterior chi, and we're also going to strengthen our interior chi at the same time. And in so doing, and we call it Jade Windscreen, or pardon me, it's called Jade Windscreen, we're building this sort of protective force around the body that's going to prevent that evil chi from coming in. It's a really powerful formula, and you can take a look at ours, you can take a look at others, but at the end of the day, we really, really want people to be incorporating this into their wellness routine.
Finally, there's a cooking recommendation to feed and support what's called our Wei Qi to fight illness.
Yeah.
So what should we know about warm and cold foods?
Well, let's quickly just talk about Wei Qi. Wei Qi is something we call kind of defensive Qi. And like all the other types of Qi, we want to make sure that we've got the right amount of it. So what we'd recommend to anyone listening is making sure that we're using warming ingredients. If nothing else, folks, make sure you add a little bit of ginger to whatever it is you're consuming. When possible, cook your vegetables. Don't eat them just raw. It's, again, going to help it strengthen the digestive process. And if possible, and this might be tough, particularly with the weather this weekend, you want to reduce the amount of cold stuff that you're putting into your body. And ultimately, what you're trying to do is just make sure your stomach, spleen, liver, all that stuff is regulated at the right temperature. And what that's going to do is keep your digestion strong, and it's going to increase immunity at the same time.
All right.
Very interesting. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Dow Labs has a line of on-the-go formulas that are sourced in Asia and are blended, packaged, and third-party tested here in the U.S. for safety and authenticity. For more information, check out their website and the social media on your screen. John, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, still ahead.